تايم بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسه ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومه وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا من الدروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول أكاديمي. Simply learn different.
Good morning, my dear students, and how are you today? I hope everybody's good. So today we have a lot to do as always. I hope everybody's ready and just wake up. Oh, actually this is what I think, what I feel when I wake up. I just would like to take a deep breath and go back to sleep again. I don't want to wake up, especially in a cold winter like we have this year. Anyway, welcome back again to school, and don't be lazy. Let's get started to work. Today we have reading. Are you really honest? Well, let's see. I have no idea. It's time to study English together with English in mind, when you can have a lot of fun. As I told you before, learning English is just like watching television. Today we have reading. Do you remember that reading, one of my favorite hobby? Yeah, I do it in my free time. Hobby, the activities we do in our free time. Now, I'm not free, I'm working. Can I read? Can I read a book? Of course not, because I'm working. But when I'm free, I like to read. It's my favorite hobby. Do you remember who is my favorite, my best writer? Exactly, it's Paulo Coelho, the Brazilian writer. And I told you about the best book for me. My favorite book is called The Alchemist. The Alchemist is about a little boy. His name was Santiago. Santiago comes from a very rich family and he wanted to discover the world. His father wanted him to be a priest, but he didn't like the idea. One day Santiago fell asleep and he had a dream that there is a hidden treasure under the pyramids of Egypt, and there was a boy showing him the exact place of the treasure. But when he was about to show him the exact place, Santiago woke up. The second day he fell asleep again and he had the same boy with the same dream exactly, and suddenly he wakes up. So he went to a woman who interpreted dream, and she told him, I cannot change your dream to reality, but if you see a boy twice in your dream, it means this dream will come true. So what you have to do now, Santiago, is get ready for your adventure, because you must find the treasure. But Santiago had a lot of problems, that he didn't know where is the pyramids and he didn't know where is Egypt. So it's a very hard, it's a very long journey, an adventure, but Santiago decided to take it. And he actually at the end reached Egypt, an exact place at the pyramids. But when he was about to find the treasure, I'm not going to tell you what happened, because you have to read this book yourself. Reading is enjoyable. Get the book, read it, and write to me in the comment that you have done the book and what did you learn from this book. So let's move on. Today also we have writing. لا يا راجل, we have reading and writing. Yes, we have reading and writing. So let's not waste time and don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. So let's all make it perfect together, and let's get started. Let's have our tools needed: pen, pencil, notebook, dictionary, laptop, or a computer, and let's get started together. Today's objective, at the end of this lesson, all students must define new vocab and identify crime words. Of course, analyze your topic while writing. As I told you, we have writing, and here are some of the keywords that help us to go through the lesson: honest, shop assistant, charity, abet, can afford, lend, commit. If you don't know these words, we're going to study them together, so don't panic and don't worry. Let's get started together. Are you really honest? Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see. How are we going to see? Are you honest? Well, طبعا I'm honest. Well, let's see. I have no idea. Honesty is the first chapter of the book of wisdom. Honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. Let's go on together and watch this video. For the moment, I want you all to scan this QR code in front of you on the screen, and I will be here waiting for you. And I believe right now you can guess what is this video is about. Of course, it's about honesty. Honesty. Are you honest? Watch the video, get back to me and tell me if you're honest or not. See you soon.
ولأن شرب المية بيساعد على التركيز، دوس بوز وروح اشرب مية وتعال بسرعة، ما تتأخرش.
Welcome back again my dear students. Are you really honest? كفاية بقى أنا دمعتي قريبة؟ Okay, fine. So we have a paragraph that we must read together. But before we read it, there are some vocabulary that I want to teach you first in order to make it easy and smoothly to go through the paragraph that we have today. Number one is honest. What's the meaning of honest? Yes, you can tell me. Always telling the truth. Someone who's always telling the truth. Number two, shop assistant. What's the meaning of a shop assistant? Let's see. I'm working on a shop and I have an assistant. Assistant, it means someone who's helping me. Like we can say my second hand or my right hand. Someone who is helping me. Number three, charity. What's the meaning of a charity? Charity, it's an organization that helps people who are poor and they need more medicine, money, food, drinks, and these kind of things. Let's continue. A bit. A bit, it means like a bit more. For example, I'm thirsty, I want to drink. You pour me a glass of water, but I need a bit more. A bit more, just a little, very little. Let's continue. Can't afford. Can't afford. For example, I want to buy a new car and I need to buy a Ferrari because it is fast, it's luxurious. How much money do I have? I have only £1,000,000. Well, it's not enough for a Ferrari, so I can't afford a Ferrari. It means I'm not able to do this thing. I cannot buy a Ferrari. So let's continue together. Lend. Lend, it means to give somebody something in order to give it back to you again. Like I lend you some money, but after 2 weeks, give it back to me again. Let's move on. Commit. Commit, it means to do something wrong or illegal. For example, to commit a crime or to commit a suicide. Suicide, it means when you fed up with this life and you kill yourself. This is called commit a suicide. So let's move on. Page 68. I want you all to open your box and follow with me. Here we have some questions and we're going to answer it to see how honest you really are. Number one, imagine you received an email by mistake that was really for a friend. You receive an email by mistake. It was for a friend of yours. Would you, number one, read it and delete it? You thought it wasn't important. Number two, read it and then send it to the right person. Number three, not read it and immediately send it to the writer. Well, let's see. Well, answer the question. Number two, we have another question. If you bought something, you are in a shop and you bought something, and the shop assistant gave you too much money, too much change by mistake, what will you do? Pick up the money and leave, or tell the shop assistant that they have made a mistake, or take it and put it in a charity box. What would you do in this situation? Number three, suppose you're doing an examination and there was a question you weren't sure about, but you could see what the person next to you is writing. Like this, for example, you're trying to cheat. Would you look a little bit just to help you think more clearly, or copy their answer, or don't look? Are you honest? Really? Well, we'll find out from your answers. Let's continue. Say a friend lent you a CD. A friend gave you a CD. This CD, for example. It's a nice CD, looks good, and the content also is good. It's about learning English. So, and you really like it. When your friend asks for it back, would you say, what CD? Like, you're acting like, I'm surprised, what CD? Or get it and give it back immediately, or tell them you hadn't listened to it yet and ask to keep it longer. What would you do in each of the following? What would you do in this situation? Next, if you had a really important party to go, but you don't know and you cannot afford what to wear, would you buy something from a shop and take it back, or ask your brother or sister to lend you something, or take something from your brother's or sister's room? What would you do in this situation? Let's see how much honest are you. حلو قوي كده؟ كفاية. It's okay. Let's take like a few seconds rest and I will be here waiting for you. Get back to me again.
بنفكرك لو في أي جزئية مش فاهمها اكتبها عندك في النوتس عشان تسأل عنها الأستاذ في الحصة اللايف.
Welcome back again, my dear students. I hope you have a good rest. Can you tell me, what did you do in this short rest? Did you drink? Eat something very fast? What did you do? Did you speak English? Did you write something in English? Do you know that writing is one of the most important skills in English language? Now, after we've done the paragraph and see how much honest are you, it's a time to write. It's a time to write. Do you like writing? Can you write an article? Can you write an essay? Can you write a book? Can you write anything? What can you write? You just tell me. Okay, writing is enjoyable, is amazing hobby as well. Some people are able to write. Some people can write in different places, like in a magazine, in a newspaper. Some people write books, like text, poems, whatsoever. So if you like writing, let's go together. And now please, I want each one to get back to your book on page 73. Open your book and follow with me, because we have reading right now. We're going to read something and then I'm going to give you a quiz to do it, a writing task, and I want all of you to do it and hand it back to me again. So let's open page 73. Here is the title, Young People and Crime. Young People and Crime. What is the relation between young people and crime? Do you believe that young people can really commit a crime, can kill each other, can steal, can do these kind of things? I don't think so. Like, do you believe that someone who is 14 years old, 15 years old, teenagers, can kill other one? I don't know. It's hard. But let's read to find out this information. Maybe it happens, but why? Under which circumstances? What leads these teenagers to commit a crime? For me, I don't know. Let's read this article together and find out the information. Here is the beginning of the article. Statistics show that more under 18-year-olds in our town have been convicted of shoplifting and burglary than ever. Small crimes like vandalism and graffiti have gone up by 20% compared to last year. Wow, which means they're doing a lot of crime. Even this crime goes up by 20% from the last year. So here is the article on page 73. Read the newspaper report and the letter what problem is Roger Davies writing about? So Roger Davies has a problem. What problem is he writing about? And what action does he suggest? What action does he suggest? So I want you all to read in details and pay attention and read carefully, because after you finish reading, you have to answer these two questions. What problem is Rogers writing about? And number two, what action does he suggest? I will give you 2 minutes to finish this article and I will be here waiting for you. See you soon. Welcome back again, my dear students. I hope you all read and answered the questions. After you finish reading, I need from all students to write a letter to a newspaper from a point of view of a teenager living in town. Write from 120 to 180 words. I want you to write this article as a homework and I will be waiting for you writing articles next week. كفاية بقى حرام عليك. No, it's not done. Let's watch this video to help you write your essay before we say goodbye. Here is the code. I want you to scan this code and watch the video. I will be here waiting for you. See you. Welcome back again, my dear students. Did you enjoy the video? I think now it's easy for you to write your own article, right? Everything's good? Let's move on. Before we say goodbye, let's take a look at some phrasal verb. What is phrasal verb? And what do we use it for? Okay, before I tell you about phrasal verb, I want you to click and scan this QR code and I will be here waiting for you to tell me what do you know about phrasal verb. Take care of yourself, watch the video carefully, I will be here for you. See you soon. Welcome back again, my dear students. Have you seen the video? Okay, so can you tell me what is the meaning of phrasal verb? It's like combine words put together, gives another meaning. Excellent. If I ask you a question, what is the meaning of look? Look means to look at something. When I tell you look at this or look at that, so this is look. It's a verb. Okay, so what is the meaning of the word after? After, it means like next. You eat first and I eat after you. Okay, you watch the video and I watch after you. That's after. If you put them together, look after, it means look after somebody. It means to take care of someone. Look after your little daughter. It means to take care of her. That's phrasal verb. So this is the final quiz. I want you to scan the code and do some exercise about phrasal verb and I will be here waiting for you. See you soon. Welcome back again, my dear students. At the end of this class, we would like to make a conclusion about what happened in this session. Number 1, how to write an essay. For example, you start by the introduction and the main body, and after that the conclusion at the end, like what we are doing now. We are making a conclusion for what we have studied. Number 2, we have learned some phrasal verb with down, and actually you have done some exercise about it. Like for example, get down, broke down, slow down. And of course, we have studied some new vocabulary. Like for example, charity. Charity, it's an organization. Donation, shop assistant, all these words we have studied together. Next lesson, vocab, and this is the last thing we have today. I want you to prepare all these vocabulary until we meet next week. We have argument, introduce, borrow, pay, price, abilities. All these vocab, I want you to find the meaning for it before I meet you next week. Finally, we're done. Thank you so much, my dear students. We'll meet again very soon. Goodbye.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.